What is going on, folks? Randy here with RTS Mobile Game and bring you an awesome Call of Dragons video today. This is a fantastic video. We're going to talk about my low to mid-level spender in mid to end game PvP, my 3 favorite hero pairings. Get excited. Here we go. So first, let me go ahead and start really quick with some perspective here. So overall rankings on merit, okay, I'm at 1.23 million. The next highest is 962,000, and it goes down from there. So I'm 25 to 40% higher than the entire top 10 prestige rankings below me. All right. I've been testing a lot of these hero pairs. I've been switching them up every day, trying new ones out, and these are my 3 favorites after a lot of testing and bloodshed. Okay, so get excited. Now, overall server status, we are into the region past gate 2. So again, this is going to be for once you're, more than a month into your server. Again, mid to end game starting to get put together here. People are taking level 5 and 6 behemoths. So a lot of stuff happening, okay? Now, let's talk about the PvP pairs. Obviously, we have a lot of PvP going on over here in region number 2. Okay, so which heroes am I using and why? We're going to go through the pairings and the artifacts and the general synopsis on these, okay? And I'm going to do much more detailed, like 20-30 minute individual hero pairing guides that will go into much greater detail on all kinds of skills and movement and, all kinds of things like that we'll talk about. But for today, I just want to talk about my 3 favorite pairings and the artifacts I'm using with them and why. Okay, so my first favorite pairing that I'm using here is Kinara and Hosk. Okay, Kinara is the one of, if not the highest damage hero in the game. She is disgusting. She is a hero for marksmen, which have high base damage, and she gives enormous damage bonuses through provocation as well as Hunter's Pace. Now, please note here, like I said, this is for low to mid spender. My Kinara, her skills are only 2, 5, 3, 3. Hosk is a spender hero from the VIP shop only. He is 4, 4, 5, 1. So both of these heroes are only halfway skilled up with their talents. Therefore, like I said, low to mid level spender, okay? Now, Kinara gives amazing damage bonuses, provocation, Hunter's Pace, and gratuitous violence. Her rage skill debuffs the enemy and reduces the damage they deal, making her very strong. She pairs extremely nicely with Hosk because Hosk gives more bonus damage and attack plus HP for the Legion. He gives some bonuses when he's rallied. I'm not going to look at this right now, okay? But when you are rallying, he's a great commander as well. Okay, Battle Scarred is really the passive that you like as a deputy, because as a deputy, he gives 40% bonus attack for the normal attacks. This applies to both marksmen and mages, as we talked about in a previous Hosk guide video. All right, and then Plateau Tactics, when this is maxed out, it's 15,000 additional maximum Legion capacity, which is huge. Okay, so use her with ballistas, obviously. I wouldn't use her with ranged wyverns. Use her with the ground-based marksman because they deal a lot higher damage, okay? And she's not flying anyway, so who cares? Now, artifact-wise, there's really 2 artifacts that I like to use on her. The fantastic Heart Piecer right here is really, really powerful, okay? This thing is great. It does good damage bonuses for your marksman, especially when it's leveled up. It does decent damage bonuses on a 1 minute and 30 second cooldown here. Okay, as you can see, it costs rage to deal, and it deals strong damage to multiple units. Okay, it also, by the way, has a chance to reduce the enemy's defense by 15% for 3 seconds, which is a big deal. His defense is so strong in this game, if this does activate, it gives you a huge damage bonus for your legions. Okay? The other accessory, or artifact rather, that you want to use with Kinara is going to be one that I don't have on this particular account. This artifact is called the Shadow Blades. Shadow Blades, again, gives great bonus damage for your marksman and your legion, and it has another great rage skill that's on a 1 minute and 30 second cooldown, same as Kinara. Okay? It does much higher damage, and it deals the damage on up to 5 people. So this is going to be definitely a little bit higher damage output for Kinara, okay? The only difference is that it doesn't give the potential physical defense debuff, which is fine. because its overall damage will make up for it. All right, so this is probably the best option, followed up by the purple version if you don't have it, which I don't. The purple version being the Heart Piercer, okay? The next commander pairing that we're going to talk about today is another one of my favorites. I absolutely love Velen, okay? Velen's control tree is amazing. Check out the guide video I did for him, which was like a 20-minute guide video where I covered all the different builds that I like. This is my favorite build at the moment, using Celestials, because the blue faction Celestials actually have 251 magic attack. The ground-based tier 4 have 220 magic attack, which gives the air units 15.3% higher damage output on their normal attacks, which is great to start with, okay? You combine that with Velen's great damage bonuses as a hero. He gives himself some great hero damage bonuses, okay? Gives his units some march speed. He gives some defense and crit to his army, and he gives a ability to debuff the enemy, slowing them and reducing their magic defense. So this is a big deal, okay? This defense reduction is super duper nice. He pairs great with Thea, okay? Thea does a lot of great things that Velen can use. Thea has fantastic defensive rage skill, okay? She also increases hero skill damage. Okay, this is something I don't want you to miss, okay? So she is going to increase Velen's next hero skill damage. Definitely don't miss that part of the tooltip. She also gives bonus attack damage and reduces the hero damage that your own Legion takes. She gives defense for your Legion if they are flying, which, although these are Celestials, they don't get the flying bonus because Velen is not flying. But if your whole army is flying, she gives those bonuses. And she gives a stacking attack bonus for your Legion. So at this current level, again, this is a low to mid-level spender version here. Velen's skills are only 5, 4, 1, 2. Thea is only 2, 5, 2, 3. Like, they're both on the lower end here. They're nowhere near maxed out. So even at this level, she can give a total of plus 33% normal attack to the Legion, right? Plus 7% hero attack, the defense, the movement speed, all the nice things, okay? Plus the shielding. So she is a great, great deputy for Velen. Now, for the accessory, for the artifact here, this is always interesting. This does a crazy amount of artifact skill damage to the enemy based on your Legion dropping an attack. I just like this artifact because it does disgusting damage, okay? But there is another option here if you're going to keep going with the defensive trend. Obviously, both of these commanders give defense bonuses. Thea gives shielding. So you could use this artifact. You could also use an artifact such as a Tear of Arbonne. This thing gives double defensive bonuses, okay? This is super duper powerful, and it has a heal that can heal you and 3 of your surrounding legions, okay? The heal is super nice. It's on a 1 minute and 30 second cooldown. It costs a lot of rage to use, but it's a really, really nice artifact bonus, okay? Right now at just skill level 2, okay, as you can see here, my heals are ticking around 980 or something like that. It depends. It varies a little bit, but I'm getting some pretty good heals out of that, right? Every 2 seconds for 8 seconds. So I basically can get, 3,000 to 4,000 healing out of this artifact every time I use it. So that's really nice as well. Those are my 2 recommendations for Legendary. You could also use the Magic Bomb, which is damage based with some AoE magic damage, or the Homecoming Blossom, which is movement speed and defense and allows you to teleport, which I always enjoy doing on slow mages. Get in, kill some things, and teleport out, right? Great. So that is Velen, folks. Check my full 20-25 minute video guide on him that I did the other day. Check it out. The next commander we're talking about is Garwood and Pan, okay? I'm going to caveat this by saying that Garwood with Eliana is stronger than this composition in some cases, absolutely, okay? So I just want to put that out there. If you have a maxed out Eliana, she will be better than Pan in some situations, hands down. But I'm going to talk about why I like this build and move from there, okay? First off, Garwood gives good healing. He gives good damage resistance. Pan gives good healing. She gives good onslaught damage bonus for the army. So you have 2 heals, damage resistance and increased damage dealt from the 2 rage skills combined, which is great synergy. You're taking less damage, dealing more damage, and getting 2 heals to boot. Okay? I was just in a fight where this combination did like 16,000, 17,000 healing fighting against some enemy mages. It was amazing. You live forever. Okay, Garwood also gives some garrison bonuses, which I don't care about right now, but he gives defense and bonus healing received for his infantry. This has amazing synergy for this build because obviously Pan gives defense and healing, Garwood gives defense and healing, and now your units get bonus healing, which is going to be amazing, okay? Pan. Sorry, and then Garwood also gets bonus damage when you get healed, which is another reason why this is so strong. Between Garwood healing and Pan healing, your damage on this build will be buffed for pretty much the whole fight. Okay, it's not a damage build. Garwood uses infantry; they have low damage. It's not like he's going to be killing things, but it's nice to have. Okay. Pan also has defense for the Legion and reduce hero skill damage. She has a cleanse that will remove a debuff from your Legion every 5 seconds. Okay, up to every 5 seconds depending on being attacked. I can promise you if you're being attacked by 10 armies, this will trigger every 5 seconds. No problem. Okay? This pairing is really nice with the following 2 artifacts that I like to use. Okay? The first artifact is going to be purple. This is going to be called the Freezing Ring. The Freezing Ring is super strong for the following reason. 1, it gives bonus HP, which is great. It gives bonus defense for your magic units, which I don't care about because I'm not using magic units. But the HP is nice. Most importantly, every 4 minutes, you can trigger a 10-second immunity to all damage, where you become immune to damage for 10 seconds. This is one of the best skills you could ever have as an infantry tank. You run into the enemy, everybody starts hitting you, you might have 30 people hitting you, and instead of dying in 20 seconds, you pop this and you extend your lifespan by 50%. Not only that, when you get out of the immunity, you debuff 10 surrounding legions for minus 30% movement speed for 8 seconds. Amazing, okay? Now the other option is, if you happen to have this legendary artifact, and it's leveled up a little bit, this legendary artifact is probably better in many situations, just because it's got crazy defense, okay? So, Fang of Ashkiri, okay? At level 30, this is going to give you something like 40% bonus defense. I mean, it is disgusting. It's crazy. It's got a lot. Oh my god. So, yeah. So, this is nice. The difference is you don't get the immunity from the ring, which is why I like the ring. This artifact happens to deal skill damage to surrounding 4 legions, which is great, but you're not really here to be dealing skill damage with Garwood. You don't actually care about damage with Garwood. It's a nice to have. You want to live forever, okay? So, you may end up living about the same amount of time, if not slightly longer, if you have this artifact maxed out versus if you use the ring in a fight. But both of them are very, very powerful. This ring is going to be the poor man's version if you don't have that artifact, which I don't. I'm actually using the Freezing Ring on Garwood. Okay, so those are my 3 favorite top 3 PvP pairings for this mid game. Like and sub, folks. Love you a long time. Randy out.